in the sermon given at the funeral service and also at the deliverance service after the death of somebody, Grandmaster Sotaesan says that the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas always create paradise, not only in this life, but afterlife, many, many rebirths. The Buddhas and Bodhisattvas always create paradise, while unenlightened, deluded beings, most of the deluded beings go through the cycle of birth and death, and often they fall into the low realm of existence. The low realm of existence include from the bottom hell and hungry ghost and beast world. Those are lower realm of existence. And the higher level, the realm of existence, is the devas, like angels, heavenly beings, and then human beings and asuras. Asuras may also fall into the lower realm. In Buddhist tradition, sometimes they talk about 6 realms, and sometimes they talk only 5 realms. When they talk about 5 realms, they exclude asuras. Asura, the realm of asura is the world where only spirits float around with no body, and that is the result of a certain behavior while one is living in this world. And why do the deluded beings go through the cycle of birth and death in the lower realm? Because they are not enlightened to their original nature. Their original nature is Buddha nature. While the Buddhas and the Bodhisattvas are enlightened to their own Buddha nature, so they have the power to control their lives, and they can choose the path of life, not only in this life, but after death. So what is of utmost importance is that one should be enlightened to one's own Buddha nature. Because whether one will be born in a low realm or born in a high realm depends on the question whether one is enlightened to one's own Buddha nature. And if one is enlightened to one's own Buddha nature, one is the Buddha. And if one is not enlightened to one's own Buddha nature, then that being is a deluded being. And that divides the world of Buddhas and deluded beings. And only those who are enlightened to their Buddha nature can understand the ultimate truth of the universe and the human world. And thereby they come to the world as if they have come to an amusement park. They live all the time happily. Even in the hellish realm, they can enjoy the heavenly world when they are enlightened. However, if one is not enlightened, even though that person is in a wonderful world like a paradise, that person creates hell because the mind is all disturbed, deluded. And we see the world, many people in this wonderful world, they live a hellish world, hellish life, because their mind is closed. The wisdom of their original Buddha nature is not functioning, that's why. I bring this up today because I was supposed to talk about the truth of Ilonsang. Ilonsang is the Korean name of the Chinese Yi Yuan Shang, which means one circular form, as you see at the altar. The circular form is Ilonsang, one circular form, which is the symbol of the Buddha's mind, Buddha's enlightened mind. Now, this enlightened mind, the Buddha's original enlightenment is in everybody's mind, but while you are not enlightened, you don't see it. If you are enlightened, of course, you will see what this circle refers to. So whether you are going to enjoy in this world a paradise, a happy life, real happiness, blissful life, or you are going to suffer in this wonderful world, it all depends whether you are enlightened to your own Buddha nature. And 2 weeks ago, I put an emphasis on the requirement of enlightenment to the truth of this Ironsang, the circular form, the truth this circle refers to. Because if you are not enlightened to this truth of Ironsang, there cannot be genuine practice. Genuine practice. If you are not enlightened to the truth of Ironsang, your practice will be like trying to wash dirty hands in a dirty water. You will never succeed in washing off the dirty hands. Never. So only when you are enlightened to the truth of Ironsang, then there will be a genuine practice. That is, suppose you are in a workplace or anywhere, and the world is like a muddy water, dirty water. Why? There are all kinds of obnoxious people who make you unhappy, right? All kinds. And if you are bothered by them, and you mix yourself with the obnoxiousness of those bad people, you are the same. You just you cannot but suffer. How can you wash off the dirty hands? I mean, how can you purify the dirty world? First step is to be enlightened truth, the truth which this circle refers to. Again, the truth refers to the essence of your Buddha mind inside. And the Buddha said everybody is born with this essence body of the Buddha called the Dharmakaya. However, people are not enlightened to that one, so they suffer. And unless you are enlightened to your Buddha nature, you don't have the power to free yourself from the complicated, deluded, muddy water, the world. So it's absolutely important that you be enlightened to your own Buddha nature. Otherwise, you have no power to free yourself from the complicated, painful world. Joanna, you understand now? Then what is the truth? Truth of Ironsang. We just read in the Dharma words of Master Chung, which is a very profound metaphysics, Buddhist metaphysics, Buddhist philosophy. Emptiness is the essence of all the things in the universe, true nature of all the things in the world. On the one hand, that is the essence. And what does that mean? In the phenomenal world, whatever that is in space and time has no inherent essence or existence of its own. It's like a borrowed money which is not yours, or a swollen part of your head of somebody after somebody hit you.